Alright, guys. The reason why I have to make this stream, yep, you know it's time. It's time to do my response. I know I'm technically a day late, so this is why I'm going live early. So yeah. So I just hope everyone is doing good. I'm doing all right. Um, I just hope that hold on. Sorry So yeah, I'm doing my reaction to the UCL um Champions League playoff draw, and I know I'm a bit late. The reason why I didn't did the stream yesterday mostly because I wasn't busy, kind of, but it's because other people were doing it, so I want to listen to these videos. Oh my god, just stop it. It's something else, guys, but I'll not focus about that. And plus, so if you haven't already, make sure you like the stream. So yeah, Santiago Jimenez about to move to AC Milan. Oh, that's cool that he's finally reached because Milan they need a striker, an actual proper striker, because I just can't stand the ball that they play. Oh my god. But yeah, hopefully everybody's having a great day. My weekend just started. Happy February, by the way. Yeah, but they just don't. What annoys me is just sometimes when the annoyances, it's just I just have enough. So I just want to explain about. I'm not inviting everybody. It's just me. It's only going to be like less than an hour stream. I want to do my response to the UCL reaction. So yeah, so with this new format, as you guys know, I already made a video about it, right? Yes, I did. Even though the video was not perfect, mostly because I didn't even have time to post it. But yeah, mostly because like I said, the other things, one of my phone because I've had to screen record that my phone is kind of broken, and I'm trying to get a phone. I'm trying to get a new phone replacement probably either later today or tomorrow. But yeah, so this weekend is kind of big for many reasons. So we just saw the UCL draw. We obviously, before I'll dive in, we got some big games. And then I also want to talk about Neymar's return to Santos. How this is how do you say my thoughts about it returning to home, even though it's supposed to be just 6 month loan, but I'll explain in just there. But yeah, we got some big games. We got Auburn, obviously Man City, Arsenal, Man City at the Emirates because they're at home in London. And I know there's two people in the comments. I'll check there in just a sec. There's also the Milan derby, Inter versus AC versus Inter, San City obviously. And then we also got the Brazilian Super Cup between Flamengo and Botafogo. And I'm desperate to do that stream tomorrow because I just wanna do it even if it's at Sunday 11 a.m., which I kind of have to eat breakfast a bit late. I swear I got a vibrate notification. Never mind. But yeah, if you're in the background, yes, Forest, they're beating Brighton 3-0, which is crazy. And that matters in the top four race because because it's just going to get more intense. And Forest, they're trying to redeem themselves after that 5-0 smashing against Bournemouth. That's crazy. Yo, big up True Gunner. Yes. Finally, bro. You know what? I'm going to add you as a moderator. Hold on, give me a sec. Yes, I'm talking about the reaction to all the UCLs. Neymar's return to Santos. And also, yeah, good luck to you guys for tomorrow's game. I know I kind of have to talk like a little bit quieter. I know it's 5 a.m. where I'm at, but yeah, I do show up in your streams. Yes, talk about yeah, I just hope you're doing good. I know it's 5 a.m., 5:13 a.m., but it's all right. I'm used to waking up. It's really early. And yes, we got all these big games. You guys against Man City, the Milan Derby, and also a bad story between Osasuna, Sociedad. Even though I don't know, people do even care about that. Flamengo Botafogo. That's my main game that I'm gonna try to do. I will try to do that, but I need to depends on it's at 11 a.m. my area, 4 p.m. local time Brazil, and England it's like 7 p.m. So I'm gonna try to do it regardless. And after that, there's also some big games in the Carioca, like Vasco versus Fluminense, and then Palmeiras versus Corinthians. I might have to buy an. Apparently, I don't know. I might have to buy another Brazilian channel that has it because they might have it. I have to check my internet, not internet provider cable company, like that's typical about Connection Brazil. Yep. Everybody is so excited. Listen, Neymar, he is just obviously just phenomenal. The way that what a baller. The way that I get it why, and I get it why some people like they don't rate him anymore. All because he's washed. If Neymar had the expectations, or not the expectations, if he didn't suffer so much, he could have gone better. But yeah, he's Feynman returned to his boyhood club, and you know what? I will be doing watch-alongs once I'll figure this out at Santos. Big up, Trugan. Yeah. Oh, big up, Michael. You're here. Yup, he has finally made it back home, and it's just so emotional. He wanted to come back home regardless, and hopefully I'll figure that out. Which TV channel, which Brazilian channel I need to buy because that shows the Paulista games because TV Sports Internacional they're not showing me the Paulista games. They're only showing me the Carioca and the Grêmio area or Porto Alegre area. But yeah, big up. Yes. I'm glad you guys here. Make sure you like the stream. So yeah, as I show up. Yep. But yeah, man. People writing him meals and all that. I'm planning to get a jersey. I'm planning to get a kit. I'm planning to like try purchases later. But a lot of words Portuguese so well do such emotional, including the his celebrations, laughing celebration and goes like nah. But yeah, Santos. And you want to know something about Santos, by the way? Santos Santos Instagram followers have gone up to 5 million, which is crazy because it was at 3.5 million. Now it's at 5.5 million. 2 million followers in like the last 2 days ever since Neymar has been announced just on Thursday or Wednesday. I mean, Fabrizio already let them know, but the presentation was tomorrow. Did I watch it? A little bit, not the whole thing, because there were other things that was in the way. But I'm glad that he's back. Hopefully, once I get that channel, if I have to pay up more, because everything I'm already paying up for a lot of things. YouTube Premium, Peacock, and all that, ESPN Plus to watch. All these matches. But yeah, Nottingham Forest right now, bro. Everybody, they're destroying Brighton 3-0. That's crazy. Yeah, they're trying to bounce back after that Bournemouth annihilation. But once, yeah, that's crazy because it's a must. Yeah, this will make it even better. And I'm excited for CDI, even though this is just a loan move, right, for like 6 months. But I just hope if he does stay longer, that's gonna be good because I want to see. I know I don't know when will Neymar make his debut, and you know what? I just hope he makes his debut as soon as possible because there is a big game coming on. I think it's Santos versus Corinthians. Santos versus Corinthians. Let me see. I think that's February 7th. If I, if I'm mistaken, so it's away in Corinthians. Corinthians home ground, which Memphis Depay also plays there. Wednesday, 4:35 p.m. Oh, it's on February 12th. My bad. So we'll try to do a watch along for that. That should be interesting. As long as Neymar is fit, he is registered, obviously. Then yeah, I will definitely make a watch along, even if it's like very late in England. I will do watch along, even though I'm in the U.S. Yeah, I know. Abroad, it didn't work out. I know Neymar. He wanted to be the main guy, of course, because he didn't want to be the shadows out. Lionel Messi in Barcelona in that era. But there's just so much about Neymar. Of course, he is our main captain for Brazil because Brazil without Neymar, they just been struggling. It's been a year since he has not returned for the national team. And you know what? And this is really crucial. This is important going into March's international break because Brazil, we take on Colombia. They take on Colombia and Argentina away, our biggest rivals. Colombia at home. Let me see if they have announced. Since we're in February, let's see when have they announced. Let's see if they have announced the Combolo World Cup qualifiers for this year. Let me see. But yeah, make sure you guys smash like. It's halftime that Nottingham Forest game. It's 3-0. Crazy. It's crazy. It's 3-0. Yeah, because they're very serious. Regardless, they just had a super bad day at Bournemouth. And I know Liverpool's going to play Bournemouth, and that's going to be an intense game. Really hard. It's not going to be easy. Sevilla are playing Getafe 0-0 in that game. Oh, guess what? I found the updates. Brazil will be playing Colombia on March 20th, 5:45 p.m. my area, 9:45 p.m. local time in Brazil. And we're playing the capital in the we're playing in our in we're playing the arena Bahrain Mida Go. I think that's how it's pronounced. Manegra. Let me see how it's pronounced. Hold on, give me a sec. Hold on, I think it's pronounced like this. Margarish, yes. Yeah, it's a must-win game. Kind of, somewhat. Colombia's form has kind of dropped off in their last two games against Uruguay and Ecuador in that last break in November. While Brazil, we've been doing a little bit better. We drew Venezuela, we drew Uruguay, even though we're still not playing that impressive, but a little bit better in these last couple months. Given David All Jr. is leading the Brazilian players who needs goal scorers. I agree, because letting who plays. Yeah, yeah, especially like include Jesus from Botafogo and Luis Enrique. And those like those positions, it kind of worked. The Brazilian ways, then even outside of Europe. who's supposed to be at the top level. And if it's true, then what's the point? I guess sending them to Europe if we just do it so much better at the league. Yeah. Mhm. Hopefully, yes. We definitely need Neymar, especially for the World Cup. Everybody cannot. Neymar cannot miss the World Cup. He already missed Copa America, and Brazil just struggled, barely even making to the quarterfinals. Yep, that nil-nil draw does traumatize me against Costa Rica. The 4-1 against Paraguay wasn't supposed to be giving me hope. And then the 1-1 draw with Colombia was fair enough, even though Colombia still outplayed Brazil. They were closer to getting the second goal than Brazil. And then yeah, even though David L. Jr. will not get the best out of them, and I don't even blame him 100%, but the CBF, there's still some corruption there in this. Why we're just not getting better, but I know there's like the U20 championship, which I haven't kept an eye enough, but I will try maybe later. But yeah, and by the way, Brazil, they're 1 point behind Colombia. If they beat them on March 20th, if they beat them on March 20th, which I don't know if I'll do a watch along, because if not, then it's Football Carnage, aka Will, one of my boys, I guess, someone, even I don't know, or one of the channels that I watch. He's probably he might do a watch along for it, hopefully. So yeah, I'm excited for that. I'm excited for the international break. Hopefully, Rafinha, the way that he plays in Barcelona, good, great. He better shows up for Brazil, and hopefully the attack does improve. Neymar, Rodrigo, Vinny, even though Vinny struggles with Brazil, hopefully the confidence and momentum is with Brazil. At least, at least. I think Brazil will beat Colombia because the last time they played them 1-1 draw, and then at third round 2-1 in 2023, and then there's also Clásico Rio de la Plata on Friday, March 21st, the following day, between Uruguay and Argentina. The Clásico, the rival, one of the biggest rivalries, Uruguay and Argentina. Because yep, this window Argentina got to play two of their biggest rivals, Uruguay and Brazil. As but yeah, March 25th, that's the big one. We gotta play the big one away in Argentina. And in this game, the Clasico, the Super Clasico, the biggest rivalry in international football. And and we're playing at the Estadio Monumental River Plate's home stadium away in Argentina. And since we lost at the Maracanã, I don't know if they'll try to take this game. I mean, it's a rivalry regardless. And why not? Like, why can we not at least not play for a draw? Show some character, show some fight. Hopefully, I think worried if we lose by a goal, then won't be too mad. But if we draw, that'll be a great result, regardless. But yeah, that's for the March break, and then we got a June and September's break as well. Brazil's final fixtures, they gotta visit Ecuador away, and then another rematch between Argentina and Colombia in the another rematch of the Copa America, but this time in Argentina's home. Brazil hosts Paraguay, and then the final day they play the final breaks. The final two games are Chile at home and then Bolivia away. Away. Bolivia is the last match. And then by then we gotta qualify because back then we were sitting in sixth or seventh at one point. Thought that we were not making to playoffs, and now Venezuela's falling off. Brazil are ahead of them, and Venezuela have fallen off. Yeah, look, yeah, as it stands, he's staying at Botafogo. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And he was involved in the derby, which I made a live watch along. Botafogo and Fluminense. Yeah, on Wednesday. I think he got an assist. Yeah, Botaf. No, no, he actually scored. He scored against Fluminense 2-1. They won that derby in the Carioca City, which is right now the in-state competition before the real City, the real league, who doesn't come back after their national break. So yeah, City, the Brazilian league, the main one, will come back literally after the Argentina Brazil rivalry. So I'm not sure if I was like, I might do a preview about it. Yeah, once we get closer to the games, probably like before the international break, probably the weekend before those games happen. Against Colombia and Argentina, they're all big ones. So yeah, yeah, yeah. He Luis Enrique, yeah, he did left Botafogo for that same, which is like in the real. Hold on, let me check this club. Zayn. Let me see, which is in the Russian league. Fair enough. Yeah, because Luis Enrique. Yep, and I did notice that he has left for them. Yeah, as he plays for that system. Even though it will be crucial for Botafogo because they did lost a few of their players. I think besides Luis Enrique, I think they lost another player. Okay, they haven't lost their main players besides Luis Enrique, but that's crucial, I guess. I don't know if Botafogo made a proper sign, but I'm trying to see because you want to know something. Tomorrow is also the Super Cup final, believe it or not, between Flamengo Botafogo, and I'm trying to do a watch along for it. At least they're showing it on Sports TV. I'll try to do this watch along. I will. Hold on, let me try. Yeah. But yeah, this is really important regardless. But yeah, right now Brazil are still sitting in fifth, just right behind Colombia, Ecuador, Uruguay, and Argentina. Obviously, 25 points, 2019, 19, 18 points Brazil, just above Paraguay. So yeah, we're almost done. But yeah, I just hope that they show up. I think Richard Rios, since he plays for Palmeiras, aka Palmeiras, the Pigs of Sao Paulo, the green side. I think he's going to start that match against Brazil if he is fit, because he knows plays very well. I think even though Di Lorenzo doesn't start him as often, so yeah, will be likely demanding to start because he knows Brazil down there. Even though they are playing at the capital, Brasilia, like I said, the Mane Arena or Ganj, basically. But yeah, I'm still trying to learn Portuguese, and I am still trying to do a lot of things for sure. But yeah, like what else do you think? Even though, what else you could say? Even though Neymar, he said it. Now he said it was a rescue for me. Yeah, he also has a new girlfriend. That's not surprised, but he also even though Santos just got promoted back to City A, and Santos, I'm not sure if they're gonna buy new players after Neymar's return to Santos. Maybe they will, because Neymar, man, if I was watching ball back then, if 12 years ago, if I was watching Neymar at Santos, oh my goodness, what a baller. Successful, that old Neymar dribbling the prince that dribbles past every single defender, the superstar that grew that we all know, which will connect Brazil and the rest of the world, especially the English speaking world, forever. And yes, let's not forget that in that Intercontinental Cup, even though it's since they rebrand the Club World Cup, Neymar played against Barcelona before they got him because of how impressed everybody was impressed how well he plays, the technicability skills and all that, including winning the Copa Libertadores, shaking hands with Messi and hugging him, of course. Player of rewards, yep. Players of the month, yep. Yep, that talent, that's what everybody loves to see. That was the best version. At Santos, man, he was dog walking almost everybody. And he made his international debut in 2010. That's why there's a huge vibe. That's why Santos is popular, was kind of somewhat popular compare was because of Neymar. Now it's gaining even more. And Santos, like that 2011 Libertadores final, which I forgot who they played. But yeah, Santos in South America, football heritage. Botafogo barely just won the Libertadores last year or last season. Even though in South America they're based by year rather than half a year and the other half year. Compare Santos in the top flight. Question: how competitive Santos will be in top flight? Just about staying in the league due to Neymar's arrival. Attention, will it be higher now? Hopefully, I'm not. Even though Santos they just got promoted back to City A. Even though right now in Brazil they're doing the in-state competitions, since they're in the Paulista. Um, let me see when Santos play. Yes, that's what they're doing now because the main league does not come back until after the international break. So let's see. Hopefully, they do buy some new players. Like I don't know if they need a new center back because I know defensively they kind of are awful. And yes, today Santos would be playing. There is a big game. Hold on, let me try to pull my screen. Oh, second half begins for Nottingham Forest Brighton. Got the notifications. Let me try to show you this. There is a oh shoot, Sao Paulo and Santos are clashing today. 3:30 p.m. my area, 11:30 your area, mate. But here's the thing: the bad news is, since Sports TV wants me to buy like another channel version of them, I have to buy another buddy. Even though today Neymar is not making his debut just yet, and Sao Paulo right now they're actually going on a hot streak, believe it or not. This is a derby. Even though Santos, eh, they haven't been doing that great. Sao Paulo, they're actually doing good, believe it or not. Look, they just Portuguese. They beat rivals Corinthians last week. I was about to do that, but they didn't show the game. I gotta buy that. Ridiculous. They drew no Botafogo. Sao Paulo has a version of Botafogo, which is crazy. It's a smaller version, and they're supposed to be not that much related to Rio de Janeiro. So yeah, they got some games for Sao Paulo. As for Santos, but yeah, now this better get more attention Brazilian football. Yes, in their last match they lost today. They lost. So they're kind of not doing good. They even lost to Palmeiras. So they had a great start. 2-1 win, a draw. So in their last three games they have lost sadly. And this one will be getting really tight. because on Santos, I forgot who they have almost in their main squad. And here's the thing: since the geographic restrictions are there in Brazil, and I don't have access to Serie B, I I I didn't know who they have. Let me see their last match, but yeah, Oscarson or Oscar returned to Sao Paulo is just crazy as well. 6.9. But yeah, even also Santos, they will be trying to hopefully not go through a rebuild, but hopefully I don't know if they'll win something. Even though they do have a Brazilian Cup game coming up, I think in the next few weeks, like the round of 64, the first round. So yeah, Santos they will not play any Libertadores or South American football, continental football, because they just got promoted. They need to get there. They won't be there till next season. But yeah, I'm happy that he's back to his roots, and I hope that hopefully if Sports TV doesn't get all the matches, I hope somebody in the United States and England buy the Brazilian league rights. I don't care if it's in English, Portuguese, or mix of both. I just want the Brazilian league rebroadcasted or the league. Fine, they may not do the in-state competition, but at least the city, yeah. Like bring them back to Paramount Plus. Like why do they have to need Sports TV and Fanatis? What happened to that in the US? I hope they broadcast the Brazilian league mostly because of Neymar. Let's see. Let's see that I knew it that he was going to return Santos more likely than Inter Miami. I knew it, by the way. When is he going to make his debut? They'll play Sao Paulo. So you know what? Unfortunately, I won't do a watch along, but I am going to try to listen to that closely. But I do have plans to also next week. There is a big game. There are two big games in that I know next week. We got the Madrid derby between Real Madrid and Atletico Madrid, which you know what? I'm about to get to my UCL response any minute. So they're saying about Neymar, Sao Paulo today, yes, but Neymar does not have enough time to prepare and participate in that classic. So is it going to be as a spectator? Fair enough. But maybe in their next match, they'll likely play because I think he is somewhat fit. And let's not forget, guys, in the next Neymar's about to turn 33, and he's back at home, and they're gonna play Botafogo São Paulo. Yes, so which means that on Wednesday, oh shoot, this might happen during Vasco versus Fluminense. I don't know what game should I broadcast then, because Vasco versus Fluminense is a derby, and that's also being played at the capital for some reason, not in Rio de Janeiro. Mostly because one of the stadiums are being remediated. But if I have to do Santos, Botafogo, Sao Paulo, rather than Vasco Fluminense, I will do it. But no worries. If I don't do Vasco versus Fluminense, I will likely do Fluminense versus Flamengo, which happens during the Madrid derby. Actually, the game is 30 minutes before the Madrid derby starts. So I'm going to figure that out because I'm planning to do watch alongs and like stream. We can talk about whatever we want, football related, anything. Brazilian League should be televised. Yes. Yes, exactly. Because they don't have the licenses and it's not being talked about worldwide. Like, why? That's where all the Wonder Kids are being brought. That's where Esteval is coming from. Palmeiras. Victor Reese was brought to Man City from Palmeiras. And the Brazilian League, just like that, not being broadcasted. Same thing with Liga MX. They're not having licenses for some reason. Because I think the Liga MX in Mexico is the second best league. in the Americas outside of Brazil, which I do have. Of course, at least we have rights mostly because of well, it's right across the border, so of course it's very easy to get those rights right to then. And but I want the Brazilian league as well. Even though Liga MX, they're trying to bring in Sergio Ramos to Monterrey as he's a free agent. They already brought James Rodriguez to Club Leon, and Club Leon are cooking. They won 4 games already. They won all their 4 games, and they got a game in hand against Pachuca, which should be interesting. Which is interesting. Club Leon are going to be playing Pachuca very soon because Club Leon they just beat Mazatlan yesterday. Mazatlan. Um, yeah, they beat them 2-1. They beat Chivas 2-1, Atlas 2-1, and Juarez 1-0. Oh, they'll play on Wednesday around 6 p.m. So yeah, and James Rodriguez, we all know that Rai Vallecano they didn't accept him. Now they're cooking with James, crazy, which is good. But now we're not going to see him either. Both Neymar and James Rodriguez, one of the best and big name players for the World Cup in 2014, obviously. Both of them. James Rodriguez and Neymar, obviously. We're not going to see them because of licenses issues from EA. It's disgraceful. And the Liga MX is getting more interesting because as well they are trying to bring in players. You already got Club America and Tigres on top. Leon has that game in hand, which is crazy. But yeah, Liga MX in the Brazilian league, it should be more talked about in the world. Yeah, there's corruption, but the league is very interesting. Of course, I like both the leagues. Liga MX, Brazilian league, the Latin American leagues. I wouldn't say they're mediocre, but those are just the two best in my opinion. I do like to keep an eye on the leagues like the Ecuadorian league, the Colombian league, even though some of them do have different like systems, different like seasons. But yeah, but hopefully Santos comes on and but yeah, I'll figure that out, guys. No worries. I'm also going to be doing a Santos Instagram followers because in the Americas, as of now, since they reached 2 million followers in just 3 days, oh, yep, they're growing in the Americas. Um, Oxford scored against Bristol championship notifications. Uh, um, so yeah, I'll be doing that in like maybe the next few days, maybe because right now Santos, I think they have more followers than Chivas and Atletico Mineiro and Cruzeiro, so they're ahead of them. They're ahead of Grêmio, so I think as of now they're sitting in ninth. And I will do a video about it, no worries. But yeah, Santos versus Corinthians is a big one. So my I gotta talk to my parents about this. I'll figure this out, guys. No worries. But anyways, anything else about Neymar before I talked about the Champions League, especially you, Michael? Halftime Catastrophe Sevilla. Oh yeah, recently as well. It's really annoying, man. Like they just couldn't figure this out. Like why? Like why? Like they're not trying to like get AC Milan. Like they don't want AC Milan or something. Oh Neymar tweeted a couple hours ago saying I'm living the dream. I don't want to wake up. Yes. Yes, sir. Everybody in Brazil. And you know what? At this point, I'm not gonna lie. The Brazilian league, alright, if you take away Barcelona, Real Madrid, and Atletico Madrid, if you take away all three of them, the Brazilian league is ahead of La Liga, especially the levels. Your hope is Bilbao and Sociedad and Betis, but they won't do anything. Valencia and Sevilla are crap. Brazilian league, if you take away Barcelona, Real Madrid, and Atletico Madrid, their levels are definitely a lot lower because if it wasn't for those teams, La Liga wouldn't be in the top five for sure. I even doubt Liga MX would even show some like character fight if it wasn't for those three. Um, if it wasn't for those three teams, if it wasn't for those three teams carrying La Liga, Barcelona, Real Madrid, and Atleti. But yeah, Neymar returning to Santos. Yes, we'll take that. I just hope that they better get those TV rights deals. They better get those licenses. They better. If Sergio Ramos ends up in Monterrey, then good as well. Same thing. Yeah, because the Brazilian league deserves a shout out. It's pretty fun. The vibes are there. It matters. Yep. But yeah, that's why I love the rivalries in Brazilian football. I do. And you know what? You want to know something? Even in like, let's say that okay, let's say in Brazil, Flamengo is basically the Real Madrid of Brazil, right? Let's compare City out to La Liga for a bit. Um, yeah, let's say that. Let's say that, and then Corinthians will likely be the Barcelona of Brazil, I would say, even though there's no official Clasico. Um, I would say São Paulo would be the Atleti of Brazil, but the problem is there's just so much teams. And then like I would say Grêmio versus Internacional is the Sevilla of Brazil. Porto Alegre, I mean, obviously the two Sevilla teams like Sevilla, Betis. You know what? What other rivalries? I know some of them went down. There was supposed to be a Valencia derby, but Levante are in the second division. And then let's not forget the Brazilian league. They're making a ton of money compared to La Liga. I think the Brazilian league they're catching up to the French revenue league. And if it wasn't for Barcelona, Real Madrid, and Atletico Madrid as well, the Brazilian league would be ahead of La Liga in revenue. I think if it wasn't for those three big clubs, I say it's a great return for Brazilian football and for Neymar, us fans, just to see him play right again, which is saying yes. I hope he is because we need him for not just the World Cup, but for the World Cup qualifiers. We need him. We need the momentum and bring some hype, and it matters leadership because Neymar he saved Brazil many times. Regardless, yeah, and yes, Neymar made the tribute at Santos. And let's not forget Rodrigo. Yep, the one that plays for Real Madrid right now, who is preparing for the Man City match because he owns Man City, right? He's from Santos. So this is why I love the talent from Brazil. They're just not being used in the right way. And then it could be for different reasons. But yeah, this is a must opportunity. I just hope that Brazil, yeah, the Brazilian football just um outside of Neymar or Neymar will expire Brazilian football to grow, and it should. And I'm excited. When will the CDL fixtures will release out? I think the league phase announcement won't isn't until March if I'm correct. I'll be trying to do some CDL watch alongs. But yeah, hey Michael, you know what's you know what's I wouldn't say not weird kind of, you know what's weird. So People want to talk about the Catalan derby and the Basque derby, even though they say it was for political reasons in La Liga Spain, whether it's Barcelona Girona or Espanyol whatever, or Real Sociedad Athletic Club or Athletic Club Osasuna or that Alaves team. Guess what? Well, if you put outside of Barcelona, they only made it the Catalan derby, Barcelona, Girona, and Espanyol. They only made it a little bit interesting, mostly because of Barcelona. But the Basque derby is not a serious rivalry. It is not a real derby in my opinion. I mean, it is maybe a local derby, fair enough. But the Basque derby, and that is La Liga's top five fixtures, because here are the biggest rivalries in Spain. You get El Clasico between Real Madrid and Atletico, the Madrid derby, obviously, which is coming up next week. Number three, you get the Sevilla derby. Number four, we don't even have the Valencia derby right now because they're in the because their biggest rivals, their rivals. 4-0 Nottingham Forest, by the way, guys. 4-0 Forest, by the way. Oh my god, they're destroying Brighton. That's not good because they're gonna get top four. And that's and I know Chelsea, it's a must win game against West Ham. I know I'm talking gibberish, but it's a lot. But yeah, Colin Woods again. Chris Woods, I mean. But yeah. No. No. But yeah, like I said, yeah. But yeah, like I said, the Sevilla Derby, Valencia Derby. Well, it doesn't count right now because they're in the second division. But it's not just Valencia Villarreal. I don't know, probably. But the Basque Derby, which is like their fifth or sixth derby, that doesn't compare to Brazil because even though Brazil doesn't have a Clásico Nacional like Mexico, Spain does, Argentina, well, they're actually from the same city. Some said a Clásico Nacional, regardless, was supposed to be the main Paulista derby between Palmeiras and Corinthians, or Corinthians, I mean, Corinthians. But Clásico Nacional should have been Flamengo versus Corinthians. It should have been because they're arguably two of the biggest clubs in Brazil. I think Flamengo is the biggest of all, but Corinthians, they nearly got the same number of trophies. Flamengo won three Libertadores. Corinthians is like two of them, I think, if I'm correct, or four. I don't remember, but both of them have a Club World Cup, massive fan base. So that's why it should have been Clásico Nacional. That should have been El Clásico Brazil. El Clásico Brazil should have been called Flamengo versus Corinthians. I have no idea why did they not declare that. In my opinion, the Paulista Derby is the equivalent of the Madrid Derby in Brazil between Palmeiras and Corinthians. Even on Brazil, there's like so much teams. Listen, the fourth largest team in Spain is basically Sevilla, I would say, and they got like 4 million followers. Brazil's fourth biggest club is Sao Paulo, with about 7 million, and Santos are literally right by fifth. And if it wasn't for the Barcelona and Madrid teams carrying La Liga, they would not. They're definitely not a top five league because everyone else they have less followers. Look at this. I have no idea how the Basque Derby supposed to be more of a rivalry than Atletico Mineiro Cruzeiro. How? No, Atletico Mineiro Cruzeiro is one of the awesome ones. Oh, look at this. The away fans from Brighton, they're leaving the stadium. They're leaving. because it's game over and Forest are looking for the fifth goal already, which I think they will. But yeah, man. Penalty. Oh, penalty for Forest. Ah, you can have a look at that. Brighton are crumbling. They're actually crumbling. They're actually crumbling right now. Yeah, I'm watching on USA Network. Handball. That's crazy. I don't know who could win La Liga outside those three teams. Exactly. It always has to be all three of them. 90% of the time, Barcelona, Atletico Madrid. Real Madrid, I mean. 80% of the time. If you had that 10%, Atletico Madrid. That's about it. No one else. Well, Girona did have the Disney like Dreamland, Dream World. They had Disneyland kind of run last season, but we all know it won't last for long because they don't have the capacity 100%. But yeah, penalty for Nottingham Forest. Looking for to make it five made. Chris Woods, I mean. Yep, Brighton are crumbling. And maybe, yeah, and Chelsea should beat them, knock them out of the FA Cup because Brighton, they've been playing not great either. But yeah, and plus, this is why I prefer the Brazilian league. I know Palmeiras have won the last two, and then Botafogo just won the last one, their first one ever. By the way, goal 5-0. Chris Woods, listen. Yeah. But yeah, I just think hopefully the Brazilian league. This is why the Brazilian league, even Bahia Victoria, is probably an interest derby even more than the Bass derby. Clásico dos Millones, Classic of the Millions. Flamengo Vasco is the real derby, Rio de Janeiro. I'll be doing that as well eventually. Flamengo Vasco. And then Flamengo versus Fluminense, Botafogo versus all the teams in Rio de Janeiro, derby after derby. It's pretty fun. This is why I rate the Brazilian league. And Liga MX, I'll explain more of it another time eventually. I will. But yeah. But yeah, Brazilian football is just way ahead of La Liga. Spanish football, domestically, somewhat, I would say. Yeah, exactly. Because they're part of the City Group. That's why. Even though Girona has had a poor Champions League run, and you know what? So you saw my UCL video. All right, I want to say something about the UCL. We'll come back to Brazilian football, but the UCL, um, my UCL video, right? Um, so I made a UCL video about the league table, which I know I could have edited more, but like the problem is just couldn't because my phone is kind of broken. It didn't let me edit it. Yep, 6:01 a.m. Um, yeah, 6:08 a.m. No, 6:01 a.m. Sorry about that. All right, so I made a UCL video, right? So talking about the UCL. Yep, as we got this new league format, and I know I'm still kind of confused. And since we all know the teams that finished between 9th and 24th, Man City got away with it. They got away with it in the second half. I think Man City, they were like at least 35 minutes away from being eliminated from the Champions League for good. They were about to crash out, and we were about to see the biggest upset after Man City, beat Chelsea 3-1, right? Right, guys? Yeah. Uh-huh. Yep, Michael. Uh-huh. While Girona crashed out, West Brom scores. Uh-huh. And Liverpool, they lost on the last day against PSV, but they relied on Atalanta to hold on a draw against Barcelona in Barcelona 2-2. So yeah. So yeah. Yeah, guys, see. And then like and guess what? As we all know, oh, he's live. Josh is live on his second channel. Gotcha. Yup. Uh-huh. Despite how late, yeah, exactly. And I know Bayern do play. But yeah, you guys are aware that hold on, let me try to share this up. But yeah, you guys are aware of the playoffs. Guess what? I know, yeah, but hold on. Yup, here the the Champions League playoff rounds. Yup, and then yup, we got Real Madrid versus Man City again. They find another way to meet each other. They find a way to meet each other again. Man City versus Real Madrid. Obviously, everybody, well, I'm not surprised. Some fans are not surprised, but they find another way to meet with each other once again. It's just crazy that they're going to meet with each other. Yup, this time the first leg is at the Etihad away because of Man City finishing lower. It feels like it was going. It feels like it was too much with this new Champions League format. Huge struggle to me. I am used to the old format. Yeah, yeah, with the group stage and all that. Yeah, because you want to know something? UEFA just wants to do more money. That's why. Yeah, because of yeah, mostly because yeah, exactly because of what's called yeah, because of uh-huh. Yeah, because it's just really confusing and I still don't get it. When how you got to play this team and all that. Oh, big up Carefree Chelsea always wins. Chelsea fan, Chelsea, yes, Carefree always win. I have to say no to. Wait, don't you mean the Super League? But UEFA, come on. Yeah, because I think they're doing this for more money for the entertainment. And as always, Real Madrid and Man City, they meet each other once again. This time in the playoffs, and both teams are doing worse than last season. They were not like they were at their best. Sure, Man City and Real Madrid, classic European match, and at this point, it's El Clasico of Europe. We all know last season Real Madrid got revenge on Man City on penalty kicks, and now they're going to meet each other again. How many times? This is like the fourth or fifth time in a row they met each other in the knockout phase, and this time in this new one. But now it's in the playoffs in the round of 16, and whoever wins that match between Real Madrid and Man City are going to play either Atletico Madrid or Leverkusen. And Bayern was also on the list to play Man City, and Real Madrid was going to play either Celtic or Man City, while Celtic were either going to play Bayern Munich or Madrid, and City were either going to play Real Madrid or Bayern Munich. too in that category. So it was kind of confusing. It was one of those two, and it had to be this. Another Real Madrid Man City again. Is anybody surprised? Yep, the difference is the first leg is at the Etihad. In my response, we're gonna have an Mbappe versus Holland finally, first time since 2020, 2021 or something. But the first leg is at the Etihad, and we all know Man City's form lately. We all know Man City last week they just beat in Chelsea. As for Real Madrid, they just come back. Real Madrid, they're just getting their form together. They just beat Real Valladolid. They just beat Brest, while Man City barely even qualified for the knockout rounds. But yeah, now they gotta play each other. The difference is the first leg is at the Etihad, and this is not easy for neither team. Man City, you guys are aware that they play Arsenal tomorrow. Listen, they just bounced back against Chelsea and Club Brugge against that 4-2 loss against PSG. Oh wait, they're showing me just a Champions League. I want the whole game fixtures. So they play Arsenal tomorrow, right? At the Emirates, away, 8:30 a.m. my time, 4:30 p.m. local time. You're not surprised. Just seems that the European Super League, which these football owners were pushing, and the Glazers, yeah, that. Even though collapse never happened, but it was supposed to be somewhat like that. But UEFA, some people are accusing UEFA of like corrupted all the money and all that. So yeah, but yeah, Man City they play Arsenal away at the Emirates tomorrow, right? 8:30 a.m., 4:30 p.m. local time, which I think is gonna be on Sky Sports Peacock for me. That I gotta. It's a big game as well at the Emirates again. They're gonna clash. Yep. Even though this is not supposed to be a rivalry, but it's because the fans want to banner each other because they had enough because they just can't stand each other. But yeah, this is not going to be looking good for Man City, even though they just came back against Chelsea and Club Brugge. Like I said, look at their fixtures, regardless of Real Madrid. So they got to play Arsenal tomorrow. They got the FA Cup next week, so they'll get a week rest. They'll get a week rest, and they're gonna rest some players for that FA Cup fixtures against what's that place? Leamington Orton. I think that's how you pronounce it. I think that's yeah, I think that's in League Two or something. The lower division, fourth division of England. Before they gotta play Real Madrid at the Etihad. But here's the thing, it won't be easy. It won't be easy for Madrid either, because I'm gonna check their fixtures too. They take on Newcastle at home. Really hard game, even though you're at home. So it's a 50-50, I could say. And then they got to play Real Madrid. And the second leg is away at the Santiago Bernabeu at their stadium. And the fans will show up in massives, as always. And then after that, regardless they get knocked out or not, they got to play Liverpool. They got to play Liverpool after Real Madrid and Newcastle. How fun is going to be that? They got to play Liverpool, which is crazy because and after that they got Spurs away. The Spurs, the god awful, inconsistent Spurs away from home. They got to play Spurs away, and then they got Forest, Brighton, and other tough fixtures. And let's see if they make it. But it won't be easy because Real Madrid. Let me check the comments. Yeah, Chelsea. It was the same Chelsea versus Liverpool. Yeah, exactly. They barely played Real Madrid those times. Exactly. Yeah, exactly. And then yeah, but you want to know what? Oh shit. Oh my god, is my internet acting up? Oh my god, slowing down. But you know what's not easy for Real Madrid? They got some tough games as well while leading into that. If I'm a City fan, I'm kind of stressed out. I'm not gonna lie, because Man City, their form has dropped off, even though they've been getting formed. But here's the thing between what's going on with Madrid and City. So Madrid, they just beat Brest 3-0 just to play City again. So today they take on Espanyol, which is definitely the biggest game of today, of this week in Europe. Today in Europe, while the Man City, Arsenal, all the other big games will be happening. Bristol downtown, but still. Yeah, they'll take on Espanyol for La Liga action. But here's the thing, they played this midweek against Leganes in the quarterfinals of that Copa del Rey. And guess what? The Madrid derby is literally on Saturday. And they got to play Atletico Madrid. Sure, they're at home at the Bernabeu, but it's a must-win game because they know that Barcelona will try to catch up. Because I could see Barcelona going on a run again. Real Madrid got to play Atletico Madrid before they got to play City away at the Etihad in 72 hours later. After that match, 70 hours later. So it's a must-win game. It's going to be hard carry because Man City will try to rest all their players. They don't have Rodri, but they have Omar Kuzan and like those players signed, and that's going to be really difficult because Madrid, look, they got to play Osasuna away in Pamplona. Um, they got to, and then they host Man City, and then they play Girona. They got Betis after this in Sevilla. But yeah, this is going to be tough for Madrid City. This is going to be tough. This is tough for both teams, regardless, because of this is going to be really tough for both teams. Hold on, let me see. It's going to be tougher. So I think Madrid might be the slightly favorites, but we all know what Pep, knows how to like handle big teams. But here's the thing. Here's the thing. The only reason why Man City and I'm gonna say this, the only reason why Man City beat Chelsea 3-1, I'm gonna explain why. Hold on, before I'll explain about that, you get Brest versus PSG is one of those matches that whoever played Barcelona, Dortmund versus Sporting, I think they'll face, I don't know exactly again. Juventus versus PSV. One of those other matches. Atalanta Club Brugge, I think is one of them to face Arsenal or Inter or something. Whoever faces Atletico Leverkusen, Milan. I think that's the Arsenal. One of them, Monaco, Benfica. I think this will be one of the matches to play either Barcelona or Liverpool. But yeah, 2009 scumbags. Oh, Barcelona. But yeah, it's just crazy this new formation because you got to play an extra 2 games. Is crazy. You got to like buy all the money, all that. Are you going to handle the squad? No, it's way too much pressure. Yup, all the matches are set. If you see my time zone, yeah, that's why. Hmm. So it's a must-win game, but this one's the biggest by far, more than anybody else, because it's the biggest fixture by far. The I would say PSG versus Brest, maybe the second biggest. Bayern, Celtic, Atalanta, Club Brugge, so they're kind of good, I would say. But this is the biggest by far. It's a must-win game. Yep. But yeah, it's going to be tough for Madrid City. But the only reason why, I will say this, the only reason why Chelsea lost to City, it's because of Robert Sanchez, this bum. He cost everybody the game. That's why you guys lost. That's why. That's why it cost you guys the game. Because as for Real Madrid, they got Courtois, the best goalkeeper. So of course he's not going to do those mistakes. Of course not. I could see them conceding one goal at the Etihad, at minimum one or two, if it's like a penalty kick. Or and plus Real Madrid, they got a lot of players kind of back. You get Rudiger. You got, even if Rudiger is suspended, David Alaba is back anyways. So Madrid, their offense is getting better and better. Mbappe, Holland, no, Mbappe, Rodrigo, Vinny, it's all starting to click, it looks like. Finally. Here comes Forest. 6-0. I think it's 6. It's in. 6-0. It just gets better and better and better and worse for Brighton. Nico Williams, their version of Nico Williams. With the E, not the I. Not get confused with the Spanish one. Or the, they're saying about another own goal. Or handball, they're saying. Possible cheating. Yeah, Brighton. Yeah, they're not serious. They're not. Chelsea should knock them out without any problems. But yeah, the only reason why Chelsea don't will not win the only reason why Chelsea lost to Man City, mostly because of Robert Sanchez. Real Madrid got the best goalkeeper, Courtois. Of course, he's not going to make those mistakes. Even at a bad day, his worst day, it won't. They won't concede three unless their defense. Yeah, exactly. So it has nothing to do with bad offense or bad defense, but it's just not her own ball. But yeah, so Madrid they got the advantage over City for now. I would say they got the advantage. And by the way, make sure you guys like the stream if you haven't already. But yeah, they're getting home advantage at the Santiago Bernabeu, and like, you know what my response is that oh my god, here they come again. 7-0! 9 minutes added on! 7-0! It's 7-0 Brighton. Forest. Oh my god. Oh yeah, I still have this goal. 7-0. 7-0 Forest. A redeemed nation after by the Bournemouth. 7-0. And I wasn't even doing a watch along. I was doing this live stream during the game to talk about the other events. I'm not sure if I will do a Premier League watch along eventually. Maybe I will. Maybe. As long as no one else does it, maybe. Oh my god. Oh my gosh. 7-0 Forest with 8 minutes to go. Right now. That's crazy. This is so painful to watch if you're a Brighton fan. Letting them score seven from open play, six from open play, technically, including own goal. Yeah, 7-0. Oh my god. Let's all laugh, basically, because it is funny. Even as a neutral, it's funny. The seven. We're seeing this more often. Yeah, you're gonna knock them out the FA Cup. Unless Robert Sanchez, ties the game into extra time because of this fraud. Yeah, he's not a good goalkeeper. Villarreal, 50 minutes. Seagulls merges in the mud, yet they're there's a bunch of these people are mid, bro. They're awful. Like they already smashed it, mate. Exactly 7-0. I think yes, basically. Let's all laugh at Brian. Let's all laugh at you. Small club. Exactly. Here they come. They won an eighth. They won an eighth, and oh well. And I wasn't even doing a watch along. I was doing this during the game. That's crazy. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they bought him from Aston Villa mostly because they were not planning to use him more or just yeah. Even though that deal's a mix in the mud, but you just cannot turn down 80 million, especially if you're not really doing this, if you're really not at the highest level, as long as it fits for you and your personal life and family, fair enough. All right then. Here they come. This should be eight. This should be eight. They want a penalty, but they're not going to get it. Oh, here they come. Look at how. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Oh, out wide. They won an eighth. They now their goal difference is back on top. This is not enforced from the worst performance to the best performance. But yeah, Bournemouth versus Liverpool, that's going to be a big one. And that's going to be really hard. Because Bournemouth, they have the technical the players. Wow, it's just crazy. But you want to know something? I expected last week Bournemouth versus Forest. I thought the game was going to be closer, like a 3-2, at least a game winner, 3-2, or 5-3 classic, or 4-3. I expected that kind of game, not like 5-0. Just crazy. That's crazy. Yeah, Bournemouth are beating Brighton. They're getting revenge on them. They are after losing 2-1 somehow. Next time they play them, they're losing. But yeah, let's all laugh at Brighton. They can't even get one back. But yeah, yeah, in the mud. Yeah, exactly. Which is crazy. Yeah, this is why I love this sport. That's crazy. 7-0. 2 minutes ago. But but yeah, this was a successful stream. But I'm not in the stream just yet. We're still gonna go like for like 10 minutes or something. But yeah. But yeah, what a game. 7-0. It's crazy. But yeah, that UCL is just crazy to say this. Like this new formation, yeah, it's just crazy. They won't even announce the round 16 opponents until they play all their playoff games. So we'll never know who will be facing who officially 100%. We gotta wait till after the playoffs. That's crazy, man. But yeah, oh my god, 7-0 is a lot. But yeah, before that big game. But yep, tomorrow, big Sunday, massive Sunday. All right, let me check the comments. And that's crazy that it feels like nothing has happened. The Brighton of Spain Sociedad better stay in the mud. Oh, are you talking about Real Sociedad? Because guess what? I think I found out something about them. Full time 7-0. They lose. This full time, the Seagulls lose. And then the day after that, Spurs will lose probably as well tomorrow. The bird. All right, let me wash my hands real quick. Ooh, or I got something. And I haven't even paid attention 100%. But yeah, what about Sociedad? They have good relationship with Arsenal. I think they do. You're right. Fair enough. And you want to know something? Barcelona are not getting Marcus Rashford anyways. He's not. They're not. Fair enough that they're not getting Marcus Rashford. Any day that they're about to announce AC Milan's move to Santiago Jimenez any moment. He's just completing the medical. I'm not sure if he's going to be presented today, but 7-0 is crazy. But yeah, Real Sociedad. Oh, I understand what you're saying about them having. Yes, if you don't. And you know what? Maybe, you know what? I'm saying this as a neutral. Yes, they have good relationship with Arsenal. They have a lot of transfer um move a lot of transfer business with each other. A lot. Especially with Miko Minino, which just came in last summer. They loan out, that Charian from Sociedad for a season, and now he's back at Arsenal. I'm not sure if he's returned to Celtic or whatever. Yeah, and then including Mikel Arteta's from that academy. Yep, that bum. Is who doesn't want to play great football at times. You all know him. He's from the Basque region. He's from San Sebastian. And you know what? Yeah, Sociedad, they are similar to Brighton because you got Kubo Matoma. Even though they're both in the mud, and you want to know something about Sociedad as well? They also got who else they made business? Yeah, a lot of players went there between them and Arsenal. And yes, and we all know Arsenal is literally Chelsea's biggest rivals. So they probably want to also to what's it called? I doubt they want to blackmail Chelsea. I don't know. Not blackmail, but like but they are trying to like help your rivals and enemies. And yes, and they're very similar to Brighton. I'm not gonna lie, because both of them do complain about the big teams and all that. They're trying to act like big, even though they're not. And Sociedad won't do anything but La Liga. They're not. They're not a top five La Liga side now. Even though they barely make it to the top seven or top eight of La Liga's teams. They're sitting in ninth, by the way. By the way, they're sitting in ninth. Oh yeah, I'm not sure if you know about this player. There's also a big player name, or not big player name, but somewhat. Yes, he's from Mexico. Yes, have you guys heard of Carlos Vela? Yep, yep, the guy from Cancun. He went to Chivas Guadalajara Academy from there, and Arsenal picked him up, and then he was loaned many times. He played a couple first team football games, and then he has to be loaned many times back to back between West Brom, Celta Vigo, and all that. It was ridiculous. And you want to know something? You want to know something? Um, yeah, and then after that, he couldn't. He was even though he didn't like football, he wanted to play basketball. He had the talent. He showed some of it. He didn't show. He didn't. If he was, if he showed the full potential, he would have been much bigger for sure. He could have ended up at Barcelona, but he didn't. Yeah, and then he found his perfect position at Sociedad before he went to MLS at LAFC. Even though he doesn't have a club right now, I'm not sure if he's retiring from football. I don't know. Even though I know that LA is going through a fire, so really difficult. I don't know if he'll come back football or just, but he was somewhat phenomenal. But yeah, yeah, they do have a close connection for Arsenal. I have no idea why. So yeah, so you might have to go against them. And you want to know something? Sociedad, they just drew what's called somebody in the Europa League playoffs. I don't know this team. And guess what? They're going to face if they win that playoff, they're either going to place Manchester United or Manchester United or Tottenham. Tottenham. The Birds. The Spurs. The Birds. That's not going to. How fun, right? That's who Sociedad will be playing in round 16. Yep, if you want to go against all of them, go ahead. Let me take this because it's over. But yeah. But yeah, that's who they're going against. I'm not going to lie. So it feels like betrayal, and like I don't blame you. Yep. Mm-hmm. Yep. Oh, hey there, C Media. Yeah, he was at Arsenal for a bit before he went to Sociedad for like 6 years, and then had that collaboration with Griezmann, who was at Atletico Madrid, who was still waiting to win his first La Liga title, possibly before going to MLS. So yeah, that was a weird connection. But yeah, hello there. Yeah, we're just talking about the UCL, Neymar, and all that football. Cause why not? So yeah, and he didn't even love the sport. He just did it for I guess for money, but he did try to show all the skills, but not the best. Not all of them. I mean, he could have done more if he did love the sport at heart. He probably would have ended up maybe at Barcelona or something like that. I mean, I wouldn't say Sociedad are much of a small club because they do have some players, but but I kind of understand where you're coming from. Especially, yeah, they have that close connection with Arsenal. I have no idea. For a sec, I thought Sevilla had a close connection with Arsenal or something, or United in relation, something similar. I thought something like that, but I understand where you guys are coming from. Yep, yep. That's ridiculous. Hold on, let me try to put this. Ah, I accidentally put that, but yeah, but yeah, it was just crazy back then. Like I know it's just a lot, but I want to know what they'll be doing, everybody. But yeah, eventually I will likely add you guys as a moderator as long as you keep coming to the stream. But yeah, sometimes the streams will be at morning for me, evening, or the afternoon, or vice versa for you guys. Because I know England is like 8 hours ahead of you guys, so big up. But yeah, and as always, Lewis, aka Mr. Drew, different Mr. Drew, by the way, as people want to call it, because there's a person named Mr. Drew on YouTube, but he does something different. But people want to mock Lewis as Mr. Drew, but in a different vibe, because that's what it sounds like. Like even as a neutral, what is his main position? He claims he wants to mock Arsenal because they're supposed to be in the mud. But here's the thing: he's good friends with Arsenal fans. He's actually good friends with a lot of Arsenal fans. Really close to them. Yep. Yep. Before the game against West Ham, I want to know what's the preview. Oh my god. Yep. Blue and white delusional. Think you're referring to Brighton. Don't get me started with Mr. Drew Lewis. Carefree Lewis. That Mr. Drew, not the. Oh my goodness. Like, what else is he gonna say? Oh my goodness. But remember, Maresca, give him time. Give him time. It's not his fault. Sure, Robert Sanchez is blamed to the goals, but who's starting him? Who's not dropping him? Who is not dropping him? The manager. Yeah. Who's not dropping him? Oh my god. Yeah, true afternoon here, mate. Uh huh. Yep. Yep, it's about to be 3 p.m., but yep. But yeah, Mr. Drew. Uh huh. Yep. Lewis, by the way. That clown, you know. Yep. What up? But remember, guess who keeps starting Robert Sanchez? Never keep clean sheets. But yeah, like I said, Real Madrid, they're not going to make those same mistakes as Robert Sanchez. That obviously got them the victory. It's crazy. That's crazy. And then you want to know something, by the way? While Man City has 8 million subscribers, 8.1, the Man City Chelsea highlights, they made 3.3 million views, by the way. 3.3 million views, which is crazy. Yep, they made with that much views. 3.3 million views. Uh-huh. Yep. What a bunch of frauds, bro. Absolute. That's not how I do business. Oh my goodness. So like, and what is he gonna do now? Now what are the owners gonna do? Oh my god, more clown shit. They're trying to destroy Chelsea, ain't they? Because look at Man City. Regardless of how they're suffering, they do it right business. I know, like I said, Madrid's Florentino Perez hasn't been football in his mind, but still, they're still ahead of Chelsea. What is like? Do they not care about the ownership? You don't have to worry about that much. But of course, they use business in the wrong way, and like that's just ridiculous, man. I have no. Oh my god! Yeah, Vega has joined Juventus. That yeah, loan deal, and they're trying to force people to get off the club, leave the club. Oh my god, Nicholas Jackson as well has been poor lately. Absolute. There's no defensive cover or midfield cover as well. Then yeah, Chelsea, they might be screwed for real. Now I know Bayern are playing right now, which I guess I'll check though. Funny, you had everybody had the energy to say sock Hodge last season, but they won't do it this season. Exactly, especially Mister, Mister. Yep. Oh my goodness, like, and yet that Chelsea, in my opinion, that Chelsea was less talented last season. It was a worse Chelsea, and yet they are, and people are starting to ask Enzo Maresca. I thought Enzo Maresca was doing a great job because I know that you guys played Brexham twice. You played them in North Carolina last year. No, 2023. You beat them 5-0 with a worse team. And they drew them in Santa Clara, California last year. And then and then um and then shoot, I forgot what I was about to say. Dang it, why do I keep forgetting what I was about to say? Oh yeah, about the ownership. They're Oh yeah, how they were doing good form, and then you guys lost to Man City because Man City just owns Chelsea. You guys smashed Wolves 6-2, and I thought you guys were picking up form after that Crystal Palace game, 1-1 draw, Bournemouth, West Ham win, Brighton win. You draw points to Forest, but I thought you guys were doing really good, especially in the Conference League. Even though Cole Palmer doesn't like the Conference League because he wants to play even higher competition, like the Champions League. Which, and you know what? I feel like you guys are going to miss out. You guys are going to miss out. It feels like if because of these owners again, it's just getting more ridiculous and ridiculous and ridiculous how they handled it. The death row contracts. I don't know if they make sense because some of them are just invalid, especially once Mudrick comes back. I think he's suspended, if I'm correct, forever. Not forever. I think they'll terminate his contract, like you said. They won't do anything about it. The ban. All because and then now Mudrick getting banned. Chelsea are going after Granacho. Ganacho. This little fr. What is this little freak gonna do? What is he gonna do? Ganacho. Thanks a lot to these owners, bro. Like, what are they doing? It's called haram business and something else. It just never gets better and better. It just feels like it. Oh my goodness, man. All because Chelsea are doing better this season. I get it. I thought Chelsea were doing well. They didn't lose to any other games. They lost to Liverpool. That's about it. And then before the Christmas period, which you guys dropped points, Bayern have scored 1-0. Absolute jokers. Like they don't deserve. They like how are these people not being held accountable? I just don't get it. The errors were even there from Sanchez, and even in preseason, what an obsession keeping him like doesn't make sense. How many goals have you conceded in the preseason? So you guys played like 4 games, if I'm correct. You played Celtic for you played Celtic, and you guys lost 4-1. It's like similar Santos America 4-1, even though it was an official game. You guys you guys did play Club America and you did beat them 3-0, even though Club America they were in bad form at that time. At that time. That's why. And then they have most of their star players like injured. So that's why you beat them 3-0. And I know 2 of those goals were penalty kicks, one from open play before that Leagues Cup event. Oh my god, La Liga is so boring. Nil no Sevilla Getafe. Dude, there's nothing interesting. Besides Atletico and Barcelona and Real Madrid, there's nothing interesting. Look, Getafe Sevilla 0-0. 7 minutes. Ridiculous. But yeah, you guys lost to Celtic 4-1. You guys beat Club America. That's the only preseason win. You guys lose to Man City 4-2, as they always do. You own at their yep, as Man City owns Chelsea as always. And then people and Chelsea fans gotta accept that, it looks like, because Man City just owns them. And then they lose to they drew Brexham. No, they drew Brexham 2-2. They lost Celtic 4-1. And then you guys lost to Real Madrid in the preseason friendly 2-1. 4 year is rumors. 4 year ban for Madrid. It is rumored. Strange. The second hasn't received yet. We haven't known already the outcome. Like even if he comes back, do they still trust him? Even if he's not guilty, because it's been like 2 months. He hasn't played football in like 2 months. Ever since like that Ukraine game. Ever since that international break, he has been dropped against Leicester City. Wasn't it? No, or Aston Villa. I think he was on the bench, but he didn't play the single minute. Leicester City, and then played Conference League football after that, if I'm correct. Which he scored away in Heidenheim, Germany, 2-0. Mostly because Heidenheim are doing actually pretty bad. And the Christopher and Cuckoo situation as well. It's just confusing. But yeah. Yeah. It's just crazy. Oh, Sevilla had an opportunity, they missed it. Lazy. That's lazy, man. So lazy. Let's call her Romball. Oh my god, it's just ridiculous what the owners are doing Chelsea. Because I like watching Chelsea. But the problem is the owners have destroyed it all because of the sanctions on Russia. They invaded Ukraine. This, that. The politics, BS. Oh my god, it's probably the reason why Chelsea's falling off. All because they don't like the certain owners. Even though he does business in the right way. And trying to mix up the words, we won't get the best version of them. They won't. And like, is it worth coming to Chelsea? I like the talent squad, but the ownerships, oh my god. And I'm not gonna be surprised if you lose Cole Palmer to either a return to Man City or goes to Real Madrid. I know some of you, yeah, because of the ownerships. These people are just not serious. They're not serious. They're not fucking serious. Freaking serious. And if I was a Chelsea fan, of course, I would be super fuming. I'll be doing rant streams almost every day, probably. And Chelsea haven't played in a while. So of course they got more of an advantage. Mm-hmm. Gladbach scored. This is so boring. La Liga is so boring with this Haram ball. The Haram ball comes back. This feels like nothing. This is why the Brazilian league is better. The Brazilian league is better than La Liga. I might make a stream about it. I will. Eventually, I will. I don't care what people say. And by the way, what I'm referring to, I'm mostly referring to outside Real Madrid, Barcelona, and Atletico Madrid. That's why it matters. Oh my god. Like, just get a goal winner, but they won't. Haram ball after haram ball. Like, La Liga's not serious. It's just not serious. Fair enough. Mm-hmm. There's nothing special. And if the owners keep doing this full time, no, no. Absolute disgrace. Ball. But yeah, the players are coming out in just a minute for the Liverpool Bournemouth game because I don't have the 3 p.m. blackouts to deal with, like in England. In my opinion, the 3 p.m. blackouts, they could just go away at this point. Oh my god. I got a long day of everything, but yeah. Like, yeah, as always, they don't want me to succeed. Like, it's just ridiculous. This feels like a long way. Yep, long way of everything. Trying to twist the words. Oh my goodness. Oh, generally. This feels like nothing has happened. Like, what else is there? What else are they trying to do? Get us a last draw. Probably. Alright. You got anything else to say? Go ahead. About these clown owners? About Chelsea? Before I guess. I don't see Cole Palmer saying it shows about Champions League football. Palmer rejoined Man City, given Kevin De Bruyne will can also be around Madrid. Will move on also around Madrid likely. Oh, who? Cole Palmer or De Bruyne? That position plays as even though Cole Palmer's last season they said that he was a right winger, right? He played that right wing. This time he's more like what's it called, like an attacking midfielder from the attack. I forgot what's it called. If I'm correct. Yeah, if he doesn't, then yeah, I can see that. Because Man City, they'll find a way to meet top four. But yeah, they always find a way to not only beat Chelsea, own Chelsea, but they always find a way to meet Real Madrid every single year, every single season. Bournemouth Liverpool is about to begin, so yeah, I guess we'll talk for like the next 5 minutes, then I'll head off. 5 7 minutes, but yeah. Yep, the 3 p.m. games are about to kick off. Yeah. Oh, here comes Bournemouth already. Even though we'll eventually do a Premier League. Oh my God, they got the first shot on target already. Eventually, we're gonna do one. No worries, guys. But yeah, he played in the 20. Right behind the striker. Because last season they said that he played as a winger already from Bournemouth. They gotta take this game seriously. Yup, there's nothing different. I'm not gonna lie. And you know what? Go ahead. What you want to say about Michael? And you know what? Everybody, Everton have scored already against Leicester City. 1 minute in, and you know what? Hey, everybody. Eventually, we're gonna do a We could do a StreamYard call in show eventually. Eventually, I will. Here come Liverpool. Try and tap it in. Good defending. Eventually, I'm gonna do one. Eventually, foul. Awesome. Tyler, Ty- Tyler Adams. But not only that, yes, eventually we're gonna eventually do a call in show. No worries. Eventually. I'll think about it. Maybe it could be next week. Who knows? So but yeah, man, it's just difficult. At Chelsea, things are going difficult. Feels like Oh my god, it just feels like the stress never goes away. 9 days, even though Brighton has 2 more days of rest. Oh, the kids are coming up as well. The academy kids. That's crazy, including that young lad. It's crazy. Why are they not? They need to be looked. Big up to Bournemouth, the city. From the championship team, they're just growing a lot. That's crazy. Oh my god. But yeah. Do you have anything else? Hey, Michael, if you're there, or anybody, do you have anything else to say any further before I end the live stream? Not like the outro, but like the about the owners or something you like to say. Are you fucking kidding me? Never mind. What was the? Never mind, guys. They're not supposed to be fucking good. Never mind. Never mind, guys. Sorry about that. Uh huh. Yep. But yeah, I'm gonna do those videos eventually. Freiburg, or whatever. Yep. Really busy. But yeah, eventually I will. Ivory Kevin De Bruyne will head to Saudi in the summer. He had a great fair play. Yeah, fair play. Even though he isn't the same, but yeah, legend for sure. Yeah, because he was at Chelsea before he went to Man City as well. Just like Mo Salah eventually, like the 15 year or something like that, 16. But yeah, but what a player generally. Despite the levels have been dropping, but age, yeah, that's life. Yeah, most likely they're the favorites. Alahan. So yeah, it looks like he is. And Fabrizio will likely well in the summer, yeah. Tweeting about that. So the fans will be excited for that in that region. But yeah. But yeah. I just think it probably happens. And then so yeah, you think that Cole Palmer, I have a question. You think Cole Palmer made a mistake from leaving Chelsea? No, sorry, Man City to join Chelsea? Should he have stayed Man City despite the limited minutes? And maybe Pep could have used them more often. Get them out. Not sure how much I could take the terms of Chelsea, mate. Yeah, the ownership's fucking. They're freaking. They're just. They don't know what they're doing. They're not football people. They're unprofessional. But yeah. But and by the way, Michael, if you're there, when is your next stream? Will you be doing the preview of Chelsea versus West Ham like tomorrow or later? 2-0 Everton, by the way. But yeah. A referee. Like, yeah, this is gonna be a long weekend for me, kind of. But yeah, when is your next stream? Oh my god, that's crazy. But yeah, we'll see how much. But yeah, hopefully the things just improve. I'm tired of this Haram ball. They have not won a goal, of course. But yeah, do you have anything else to say about that before I guess I end the stream? Flamengo Botafogo's tomorrow. Yep. Here comes Bournemouth. Kyberg. Kyberg is good. No. Got anything else to say before I guess I end the stream about Chelsea or anything? Oh, still no. Bournemouth are still doing well. Allison kicking it out. Yep, really well. But yeah, a lot of responsibility. I just hope that. Yeah, exactly. I just hope these things just go well for once. Hopefully, things just go well. We will be live. Chill. Okay. Okay. Like what time? Go ahead. Do you know what time? Of course, I'll be there. Regardless, I'll be there. Even like the Chelsea. I mean not Chelsea. The Arsenal Man City game. I'll be there because I gotta do the Super Cup final, the Flamengo Botafogo, which is around 7 p.m. Your area, 11 a.m. my area. Even though you want to know something, I kind of prefer the Super Cup final be today because I think it's just less stressed. I prefer the Super Cup to be on Saturday than Sunday. I'm not gonna lie, definitely. Their version of their Buffalo is crazy. But yeah, I'm excited for Neymar Santos. Junior Valencia down. Yes, the Club America Brazil thing. I'm collecting that. I might be making that flag along with Flamengo Brazil. Yes. Oh, it's just something on Twitter. But yeah, but yeah, I'll fix some of these stuffs. Yes. 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 Oh, they're saying about Corinthians. Corinthians and Club America collaboration. I need to check that out. But yeah, man, we will be there regardless. Never a do moment, Chelsea for sure. All right. Yeah, that's for sure. Yep. And do you know what time you go live tomorrow, by the way? But the problem is he works at Sao Paulo. No, 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 not the one you said. I was just reading on this about Corinthians, unless if it doesn't matter. Wesley from Internacional. Yeah, I'm gonna check that deal as well. Hopefully, 2 no leads. But yeah, let me know what time so I'll be there before the Super Cup final between Flamengo Botafogo. Stay humbled comment. That's crazy. Mostly because of the big injury. Poor journalism. Not surprised. Yeah, I was just going scoring down Twitter. But yeah, anything. But yeah, you know what time? Like what time? 2 p.m. All right, 6 a.m. if I'm correct. All right, I'll be there. Oh, like you know what time the transfer window? Morning. Okay. I mean, well, as for the morning transfer, let me see if I could try to show up, even though that's gonna be really early. But the Chelsea women's, of course, I think I will. But anyways, okay, all right, I gotcha. Because right now I'm gonna go ahead and end the live stream. So yeah, everybody, thanks for all coming in. I will make the Flamengo Botafogo Super Cup final stream maybe tomorrow. Most likely yes, because I want to do this. I just gotta eat early, keep an eye on this Milan derby, this fake derby, and all that. But yeah, Arsenal Man City. So yeah, big up to everybody. Big up to Michael, Carefree Lewis, even C Media True Gunner. So yeah, this is just a regular live stream. Yeah. So big up to everybody. Hopefully you have a nice day. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't already. So yeah, have a great day.